basis. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, are you ready to told y'all that you better be running? I'm in my go yard when I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man. Suck it if y'all in denial. I get the chip on him and I bust out the south side. Is that Vigo the guy? Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, body, done. Hey, I don't know no better. I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy. I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming. I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy. I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro. I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. Yeah, more action and no talk. I went quiet on it. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. Hey, couple of bands up in my pocket. I don't want boss like a wild nonsense. We got momentum, don't try to stop it. Diamonds are clearer than my conscience. I don't let bygones be bygones. That's when I'm honest. Penthouse building, reach heaven's heights. Nah, that's what you call a God complex. Remember the days I was down low when it was out cold, but I went out and got it. Look at my milestones, when I feel like the Dow Jones. When you look at my pocket, look at the flex. Living the Teslas. I'm a mess, but it's all a finesse. Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, body, done. Hey, I don't know no better. I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy. I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming. I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy. I'm here to stay.
Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Jamal Agnew on the return.
Here we go. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback from Wyoming. It's Josh Allen.
And it felt like it watching the game tape. He got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And Jones has it over the middle. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
For Johnson, the numbers for his performance from last week: 19 carries, 80 yards, and a touchdown.
In a perfect world, they'd run the ball the same way they did last week, but against the #1 rush defense in the league, they're going to have to find a different way to move the ball. Maybe they start throwing it early and come back to the run.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
David Johnson, the ball carrier, taken down at the 43-yard line.
Throwing is Allen on third. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up fourth down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So on fourth down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Giants under head coach Joe Judge. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
He threw for nearly 350 yards. His team won, and one word just kept coming to mind as I watched him during the game: surgical. Absolutely surgical. That's why he won NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, very precise. The throws, maybe as accurate as he's been in some time.
Yeah, I think he feels pretty locked in here, and I think he feels like he can get it done again in this one, too.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun. Flowers. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 7 catches, 58 yards, and a score.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Julian Blackmon brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete. It's Elliott. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 11.
From the gun, Flowers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Elliott. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Allen now on 1st down. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
11 yards there, 1st down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. That'll be caught by the rookie, K.J. Hamler.
Complete to K.J. Hamler.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
Now Allen again. On the crossing route, complete. It's Jones. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 44-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep.
The ball
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end.
Allen's pass.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A gain of 5. And a Washington first down.
From the gun, it's Allen. This one complete to Scott Miller.
Allen's pass.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen, a slant to Jones. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Complete to T.J. Jones.
T.J. Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead.
The extra point is good.
And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Returning it, John Ross. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And they'll run the option to start the drive.
Number 21.
Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
To throw on 2nd down. Flowers. This ball complete to Rager. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Complete to Jalen Rager. It's a gain of 4. Makes it
on 3rd and 2. Flowers got a man. It's Ross. Complete.
That's good for a Giants first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Play action. Flowers. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
14 more yards. That's another Giants first
throwing
down.
on first down. Flowers got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he'll go down at the 28. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Ezekiel Elliott, the ball carrier.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
24-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And down inside the 15 he goes.
That's good for a Giants first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all. Challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. From the red red zone now. They'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. 11 yards there, just like last play.
11 more yards. That's another Giants first down.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Ezekiel Elliott, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Extra point is good.
A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Washington offense set to take over. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Shoves him away. Finds his tight end Ingram. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Gain of 12.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 50-yard line.
On second down, Johnson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
David Johnson, the ball carrier.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
1 yard gain.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
46-yard line.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 25-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Washington.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
On first down, Allen. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up.
It's now 2nd and 10.
On 2nd and 10. Allen, he completes this into the hands of Miller.
Complete.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 13-yard line.
Washington.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
It's a gain of 5.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. David Johnson. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington has taken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Extra point right down the middle. 14. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Now Ross to return. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
56 the mic. 56 is the mic.
Looking to throw on second down. Flowers, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And just a 30-yard punt that time. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw it.
Allen hit. He lost the football.
Dexter Lawrence. The quarterback is sacked.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll start with 2 cities separated by only 100 miles or so. Cincinnati taking on Indianapolis. And those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. From there, it's off to North Carolina to check on the Panthers at home in Charlotte. And they've got the lead over the visiting Chicago Bears. 2 touchdown passes there for Lamar Jackson. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world. See what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And that one all even as they play the visiting Texans. In the game you're watching, it was Josh Allen who was on target in that first half. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. New York ready to go again offensively. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 34-yard line.
Off the play fake. Flowers. And going deep for him. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Giants. Tyreek Hill. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. They took him a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch, take it to the house. Who able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. To return, here's Agnew. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Washington will take over 1st and 10.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup.
Operating from the gun. Allen throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field.
To T.J. Jones.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
To Johnson again. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
Offense.
Come on, homie.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. From the gun, Allen. He gets it left side to Johnson. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Operating from the gun, Allen. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Allen's
and able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
Kick is good. Makes this Washington 17.
That drive took him
14.
inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
New York set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
37-yard line.
From the gun, Flowers. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be out down just a yard or two shy of the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Operating from the gun. Flowers looking left side. Andrews with it complete.
Flowers pass.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the gun, Flowers. Throw left side complete. It's Elliott. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
A 46-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will tie things at 17 all.
Ties the game at 17.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
At the 35-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Allen firing quickly here, and that's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
1st down, Washington.
From the gun, Allen. His throw incomplete. He was looking there for T.J. Jones. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Allen, screen play, Johnson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And they'll begin by running the option. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it a 2nd down. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
Bring it. Under 10.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
At the 29-yard line. That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
operating from the gun. Flowers. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they like some matchups that they had. Thought they could exploit them. Unable to do so on that play.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. And all the way down to the 27. A big run there by Johnson. Give him 42 yards on the ground. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
1st and
25 yards that time.
Just like that. Mike's 56.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Trying the power game with Ham. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. C.J. Ham, his first touchdown on the year. And Washington has taken the lead.
The extra point is good.
And his kick is right through. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
And now here's Ross. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Flowers over the middle, complete. That's Elliott. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Give them the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Flowers. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Open man Hamler, that's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the
to throw again on 2nd down. Allen dumping it off for Johnson.
The pass.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. It just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
Their own 45-yard line.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Ezekiel Elliott, the
last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
On the stop. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun,
at their 49-yard line.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews.
Flowers pass.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down. Flowers. He is going to find Hill here. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a Giant 1st down on a gain of 16. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st down, Flowers got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews.
Flowers pass.
7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the 25-yard line.
10th carry now for Elliott. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. They go to Elliott again. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
1st down. 1st and 10.
They picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Elliott. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And Washington now going to use the 1st of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Here I come again. Here I come again.
Now Elliott. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott. His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 25-yard line. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Now Allen eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Butker on for the PAT. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need it. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Koo now for the point after. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. To return, here's Agnew.
Today's final score.
Going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Giants, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Washington, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.